Hello everyone and welcome to County Perspective. This show focuses on Frederick County government, local programs and events, and the Frederick County community. I'm your host Brandon Rosa and thank you for joining me. We begin today's episode with our top news stories. Frederick County will host 2 informational open houses in September to help residents learn how the county regulates data center development. Representatives from multiple county departments will be available to answer questions about planning, permitting, public safety, environmental protection, utilities, and emergency management. The open houses are part of the county's ongoing commitment to transparency and engagement surrounding data center development. The county also continues its temporary pause on accepting new data center applications through December 31st, while the state completes its data center impact analysis. Officials are also advancing new transparency measures for data center energy use and continuing negotiations on a community benefit agreement for the Quantum Frederick campus. Frederick County has again earned the highest possible bond rating, AAA, from all 3 major credit rating agencies, Fitch, Moody's, and Standard & Poor's. The top-tier ratings recognize the county's strong financial management, strategic long-term planning, and stable fiscal policies. The ratings help save taxpayers money. That's because the county can borrow funds to build schools, roads, libraries, parks, and other public infrastructure at a lower rate. It's a lot like a consumer's credit score. The better the score, the lower the interest rate you pay. Bond rating analysts cited Frederick County's growing economy, strong financial operations, population growth, high median household income, and diverse economic base. They also noted well-established management practices and long-term planning that are expected to support continued financial stability. Frederick County celebrated community and inclusion through 2 special events this summer. During Immigrant Heritage Month, Our Neighbors' Stories, Journeys That Shape Frederick County invited residents to hear firsthand stories of courage, culture, resilience, and new beginnings from members of the local immigrant community. The county also recognized Disability Pride Month with a celebration at the Arc at Market Street, featuring a county executive proclamation, a talent showcase, and an ice cream social in partnership with the Arc and the Frederick County Commission on Disabilities. Both events highlighted the county's commitment to celebrating diversity, fostering belonging, and strengthening community connections. Now let's move along to our newest episode of Farming Frederick. The last episode of Farming Frederick was about Agriculture Month in the county, but now that it's summer, we're focused on fruit. One that you've probably all had before, and that fruit is raspberries.
I'm Yvette Castillo, and before Farming Frederick, I've never been on a farm before. I'm visiting farms across Frederick County, Maryland to learn about local farming. You're watching Farming Frederick.
Summertime brings the sun and berries on the farm, one of Frederick County's sweetest agricultural success stories. According to the USDA Census of Agriculture, Frederick leads the state with 48 farms growing berries across 48 acres. In June, raspberries are the center of attention. The county is home to 16 raspberry farms, the most in Maryland, with 7 acres dedicated to this popular crop. In this episode of Farming Frederick, we're visiting Scenic View Orchards to learn more about raspberries and what makes Frederick County a leader in raspberry production.
I'm standing in rows of beautiful raspberries at Scenic View Orchards in Sevillersville, and I'm here with the orchard manager, Brandon Masser. Brandon, thanks for having me here today.
Thanks for coming, Yvette.
When I first got here, I noticed that some raspberries were still green, but then I see these beautiful dark red ones. Tell me about that.
So the raspberries grow in stages. This is new growth for this year, which we will let it grow till they turn into the canes that bear fruit. Mm-hmm. So once they get mature for next year, they will get flowers. And then once the flowers mature, they will have green fruit. and the green fruit will turn into the ripe red fruit that we'll pick for markets.
Okay, so these rows are really tall. So how big were the bushes when you first started your raspberry operation? And were they from seedlings?
So we buy the raspberries as canes, single canes about 8 inches, 10 inches tall, and they have a root cluster. And then we will plant them in the rows every 18 to 24 inches. And then every year they will spread out and get thicker and thicker.
So how do you care for all these? I mean, what's the maintenance?
There's a lot of maintenance with raspberries. So every year they get fertilized. Hopefully they'll get fertilized twice a year if we have time. We'll go through and manually weed out all the weeds so that there's no competition with the raspberries. Once they are finished fruiting for the year, we'll come in and trim out the canes, the old canes, so that the new canes can grow up and get big for next year.
So how long does it take for a bush to fruit?
So these raspberries are floricanes. So it will take 2 years to get fruit. This is the first year life cycle. And then next year it'll be large like this and it'll bear fruit. There's other types of raspberries called permacanes, and they'll fruit every year on new growth.
Okay, and then how late in June do you pick raspberries to go to the farmers markets?
So we start picking raspberries in early June through middle of July.
Oh, okay.
And then in late August through the end of September, we'll actually get a little bit of fruit off the new growth. So we have a later season as well.
Okay, that's good. So in the state of Maryland, Frederick has the most raspberry operations. Why is that? Is it the soil, climate, what?
There's a few reasons.
Okay.
The primary one being that we have really good soil for drainage. Raspberries suffer from a lot of root diseases, so you need to be able to have the water flow away from the raspberry roots and not linger. The other thing is we have a lot of wind, as you can tell today. The wind helps blow through the canopies and keeps a lot of the disease pressure down.
Okay.
The other reasons is Frederick County is full of farms. We're the #1 county for farms in the state of Maryland. It's a good fruit to expand an existing farm to plant some raspberries. So good growing conditions and good selling ability.
When do you know the raspberry is ready to be picked?
So if you look at this raspberry right here, the fruit is starting to separate from the receptacle there.
Okay.
So you can just pick it and it'll come right off.
Oh, wow, okay.
This one is not quite ready, but the one behind it here is. It's
okay.
starting to come off, so it'll just slide right off.
Oh, I see. Okay. Wow.
The raspberries that we picked today will be available at our farmers market in Frederick tomorrow. We pick in half-pint baskets.
Okay.
Do you want to help me pick some?
Sure, I'd love to.
Great.
Let's do it. This one's ready, right? I don't think so. Is it? You tell me. I don't. Oh, it is. This one's right? Or no? No,
not quite.
Here.
Yeah,
This.
it's usually the ones that you can't see.
Oh, okay.
The hidden ones.
I got the hang of it. Which one's to pick? Can I try one?
Absolutely.
Okay. So good. I thought it was going to be firmer, but it's not, and it's sweet.
Yeah, they're very sweet and a little softer than what you might be used to.
Yeah. Do you mind if I take this home?
Absolutely.
Okay. Thanks for having me here today, and I really enjoyed picking raspberries with you.
Thanks for picking with me.
Tune in to the next episode of Farming Frederick, because you never know what farm we'll visit next. If you would like to know more about Scenic View Orchards or any other agricultural operation in Frederick County, visit homegrownfrederick.com.
I was able to pop a few raspberries off the bushes when I was getting some close-ups, and my goodness, were they delicious. Head to your local farmer's market to try some yourself. If you have some raspberries in the refrigerator right now, you have some time to go grab them for the other half of the show, because we're going to take a short break. Now, we have so much more to cover in this episode of County Perspective, so don't change the channel. See you in a few minutes. Welcome back to County Perspective. In just a few minutes, we're going to take a look at the recent graduation ceremony at the Family Partnership. But first, let's see what cute fur baby is looking for a forever home in this episode of Adorable Adoptables.
The small animal room is back to normal and we have a full house. In addition to a large family of rats and a couple of guinea pigs, we have 2 awesome adoptable rabbits, including the beautiful Eden. This Holland lot mix was adopted from us last summer, but is sadly back after a divorce in the family. Eden is a confident and friendly bunny that enjoys interaction and affection from humans. She's happy to engage in petting sessions, but isn't so much a fan of being held. She's also playful and loves pushing around her balls. Looking to win her over quickly? Give her a bit of her favorite treat, bananas. Eden is a great addition for both first-time or experienced rabbit owners. To learn more about Eden and our adoption process, call Frederick County Animal Control and Pet Adoption Center at 301-600-1546.
The Family Partnership of Frederick County has a mission to empower children, youth, and families with tools needed to navigate life's challenges and achieve their goals. Recently, participants with the Family Partnership met a huge goal, graduating from the GED program. This was an incredible day for these individuals, and FCG-TV was on site to speak with some of the graduates. Let's check it out.
Today we're here to celebrate our GED graduation for our students. This is the first time that we're actually having a GED graduation. This is the first year that we've had 12 graduates complete their GED. So it's a huge accomplishment for not only the students, but for Family Partnership. So earning a GED is a huge deal for some of our graduates. Some of our graduates have had to stop their educational pathway just because of life circumstances, having to take care of family, needing to work, or other obstacles that may have been in the way of doing that. So being able to earn your GED is huge because then it just opens the door for so many other things for our students.
I am a 25-year-old mom, a single mom of 3 girls. I completed the GED program with Family Partnership. I just want to thank Family Partnership for helping me get to where I am today, because without them, I would not be here.
I mean, I just wanted to graduate. I wanted to get my school stuff done so I can succeed better in the future. I didn't think this was gonna happen, so it feels a little surreal.
We are really proud of our graduates. They have come a long way. They've worked really hard. This is just the beginning. This is not the end, and Family Partnership will be here to support you. Even after graduation, we really are just wanting to make sure we're encouraging them and really just allowing them to see that this is the beginning of whatever else they really want to set their hearts on.
Well, those smiles were certainly contagious. Congratulations to the participants who earned their GED. It's time in the show to see what events and programs county agencies are hosting in the next few weeks in this episode's calendar of events. To find out more about future events and activities, just visit frederickcountymd.gov. We're coming to the end of the show, but before we go, let me share some final news with you. The Frederick County Agricultural Land Preservation Program is accepting applications for its installment purchase program through September 1st. The program helps permanently protect farmland by purchasing agricultural preservation easements. This year, the county increased easement values and added a new payment option for qualifying properties in property preservation areas. Since launching in 2002, the program has preserved more than 24,000 acres across 172 farms, contributing to more than 78,000 acres of protected farmland countywide. Applications and eligibility requirements are available through the Frederick County Office of Agriculture at frederickcountymd.gov/agriculture. In the beginning of July, Frederick County Transit rolled out major bus service improvements. The changes include a simplified hourly schedule for the 10 connector, a new 15 connector route linking Ballinger Creek to downtown Frederick, and expanded service in the growing Ballinger Creek area. The East Patrick Loop will now be served by the 15 connector, while some stops on the current 60 connector will be discontinued. Saturday schedules will match weekday service, and additional trips are being added to rural Brunswick, Jefferson, Emmitsburg, and Thurmont routes to improve access to jobs, healthcare, and community services across the county. You can find all the details at frederickcountymd.gov/transit. Frederick County is asking residents to help decide how community reinvestment and repair fund dollars should be spent. The state-funded program uses cannabis tax revenue to invest in communities that have been most affected by past cannabis law enforcement. County Executive Jessica Fitzwater says public input will help ensure the money supports local priorities and creates lasting, equitable benefits. Residents can attend upcoming public meetings, stop by information sessions at the Sieber Arts Library, or submit comments online. No registration is required, and feedback will help shape the county's reinvestment plan. The last in-person drop-in session will take place on Saturday, August 1st at Sieber Arts Public Library from 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. For more information, visit frederickcountymd.gov/CRRF. Well, everyone, that wraps up this episode of County Perspective. If you want to stay up to date on important news and events going on in the county, follow Frederick County on social media at FredCoGovMD. And we'll see you next time with a fresh look from a county perspective. Take care, everyone.